Welcome back to the White Lights Media Championships here in Southampton. I'm joined once again by Stefan. Hello.
And I'm joined by Amelia.
It's true, right? You are.
Yeah, I just realised because you were saying my name, I never said your name.
That's true.
Just been
it's like when you realise you never introduce yourself to your pets. And they never know your name. Anyway,
blown my mind.
We are starting with the 63 and 69 kilo women. We have Megan Heaton-Harris opening with 82.5 kilos.
That's a smooth opener.
I think we're having some technical issues here, but that
should be 3 white lights.
Seems to be a good lift. Yep, there they are, the 3 white lights. Now we have 90 kilos in the bar for Jodie Fox. This is a 69 kilo lifter. I believe the next flight of women are also 69s. Maybe there'll be some 63s now, I'm not so sure, but this is a mixture of 63s and 69s. Jodie is a sub-junior, the only sub-junior of flight. And we are loading 90 kilos onto the bar for her.
Clips the rack on the way up, but still very comfortable.
Yeah, very quick opener there for her, and that was 3 white lights. We have Effie Menzies now, 92.5 kilos being loaded onto the bar for her. Bar is loaded for Effie. So we had the other flight of women yesterday morning. We now have the 63 and 69 kilo class women this afternoon. And this evening we will have the heavier men.
So Effie competing for the first time since Bucks last year. Looking to take this as a qualifying total meet. Nice and easy in the opener there.
95 now on the bar for Alex Hooker.
And here comes Alex, 95 kilos on the bar.
Looked a little bit heavy for her perhaps, or maybe not heavy but just a little bit difficult, but maybe that was just nerves getting in the way, and now she's got that squat on the board, she'll feel a lot more confident. We have Josephine Fernandez now with the same weight on the bar, 95 kilos. And that is a good lift. Cool. I don't think I could even squat the bar without knee sleeves on.
Yeah, I was about to say. I always find it interesting when lifters opt to not use knee sleeves.
Yeah. We have Tamara Dunkley now, jumping all the way up to 150 kilos. That's her opener, which is huge. Also weighing in pretty light for the 63s at 61.4 kilos.
Already got the crowd behind her. This massive opening attempt. One of those really controlled walkouts.
Very narrow stance as well.
It's the squat command.
Wow. Really, really nice and tidy squat there from Tamara. Back to the beginning of the flight now. This is the smallest a flight is legally allowed to be before time is added in extra to kind of give the lifters a little bit more time. You can see it up here. There are only 6 of them in here, so it will move very, very quickly, which might be a little quicker than the lifters are used to, but if you think about their training, they probably take 4 or 5 minute breaks in between these big lifts anyway, so seems about right.
Sometimes it can go the other way, having like a massive flight and you're just waiting like 15 minutes.
You got to pick your poison, I suppose.
Yeah.
87.5 kilos on the board for Megan Heaton-Harris.
Bit of a fight there, but should be all good. Step from the front, judge.
Yeah, 2-1, so she still gets the lift. It didn't even look too hard. She just had a little bit of a sticking point there, and as long as she can break through that, all is good. We have 100 kilos. fight from Josephine there. And also fantastic calves. It's got to, it's got to be said when I see it,
Maybe that's why no knee sleeves, just accentuate the calves.
Oh. Wow. So strong.
Referee saying
2-1. It's so hard when your stance is so close with the centre ref to even see depth because of the nature of how your legs are, but it's such a nice looking squat from where we can see it. Really, really well done. We're, believe it or not, already on the final attempts of this flight.
wow.
Yeah. So that's why any less than this, there's an extra minute added. But Megan Heaton-Harris now with 92.5 kilos. This is a 5 kilo jump from her second. Oh, it's a great effort, but unfortunately just not there today. It was a really good fight there. I'm sure that felt like she was under the bar for 20 minutes. 102.5 kilos now for Josephine Fernandez. 2.5 kilos is the smallest jump you can make. So perhaps she feels like she's close to her limit at the moment.
Here come the carbs.
Here come the cars. Keep your eye out for this time.
Settles under the bar.
Oh, fantastic.
Great
There from Josephine. 2-1, a good lift. One side referee just not quite happy with the depth, but convinced two, and that's all you need to do. Good lift.
That's right.
Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Amazing. 105 kilos now on the bar for Effie Menzies. They can mute the TV. You can't.
Just take the headphones off. And here comes Effie. 105 on the bar for the third attempt. they're really taking their time here. Get settled. Get Scott, come on. Drives it up.
Yeah, that is...
Great attempt selection.
Yeah, I was going to say, a really great third. 3 white lights. She's wearing her belt to the side there. A lot of people like to do that because they don't like to kind of bulk at the front. Some people wear it at the back.
I find sometimes it like bruises your thighs in the hole if you have like a buckle.
Yeah.
That's especially with the SPD belt though.
Not a sponsor.
Oh, sorry.
We have 107.5 kilos on the bar now for Jodie Fox.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't slow down really at all. I think she's probably, as a sub-junior, still trying to find out where the limit is, where the strength is. We have 107.5 kilos in the bar now for Alex Hooker, 5 kilo jump from her second, which actually, you know, it looked so much more confident than her opener.
Amelia's been given a toy to keep her entertained.
It's working. Getting nice and set. She gets the start command.
Great squat.
Very nice there. And perhaps a PB for Alex, I'm not sure. 3 white lights. Fist bump to the air.
Ooh.
Now,
6'5".
I say quite a jump up. Now 165 kilos on the bar for Tamara Dunkley. I mean, it is a good selection, I think. You know, the 157 moved so well. Barely slowed down from the 150. And 165 is a mammoth weight, especially to see, you know, a divisional competition.
Yeah. And in this weight class as well.
Yeah, she's an open, so you know, maybe she's gunning for a total to get her into the nationals next few weeks. You're not too sure. But here she comes, Tamara Dunkley, 165 kilos on the bar.
This is a monster squat. Really taking the time here, making sure that she executes as best as she can. Gets the squat command.
Very controlled. Oh. A fantastic, smooth third attempt and 3 white lights. I think by the look on her face, she doesn't even know how strong she really is, because I think she's surprised with herself, and there's so much left there, so much potential. Congratulations, Tamara. We move now straight into the second flight, which is, I assume, a little bit longer, and this is the 69 kilo women. We're just waiting for the names to pop up so we can tell you. But straight after that, we'll go into a 10-minute break and then into bench.
So, 55 kilos, rack class 9, DJ Chester.
Okay, we are into the next round, and we have the 69 kilo women. Daniela J. Chester, another Chester from the Chester clan today, opening with 55 kilos. She's a sub-junior. Sorry, no, she's a junior. She's 18 years old. Nice and easy there. In her own little world there, she's not even bothered that she had weight on her back, and it looks like it with the way it moved. We move now to Abby Derbyshire with 82.5 kilos on the bar. This is a mixture of juniors, open, and there's an M1 lifter in here as well. So we'll be jumping in between, but they are all 69 kilo lifters. Representing what I think is Nottingham Uni there on her.
Nice. And
Lovely and easy. 2 to 1, that's a good lift. The centre ref just not quite pleased with the depth. He is hungry for depth today.
Yeah.
We move now to 100 kilos on the bar for Shanice Ibrahim. Now you talk about good hair.
Yeah. Amazing.
Great hair. Wow, I couldn't even finish drinking my drink before she... Oh, I think she just skipped. Yeah, I think she just skipped the command there at the end. She moved so quickly, she just chucked it back in. You've got to listen, and unfortunately sometimes you're anticipating, you just want to get it back in the rack and off the platform as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But you've got to make sure
hopefully,
you're listening.
yeah, not making that same mistake twice.
I think once you make it once, it's hard to do it again.
Yeah.
105 kilos on the bar now for Hannah Middlebrook.
Surely centre judge happy with that one.
Yeah, there we go. It's a hard man to please. Centre ref today being Sam Coombs. The bar is loaded for Jen Palmer, 107.5 kilos for the M1 lifter. It's a little difficult, but it is a good looking lift, I was going to say. Unfortunately, it just wasn't quite deep enough. It wasn't just Sam that, thought that. Unfortunately, hopefully she can come back out and get it again a little bit deeper. Nerves often can do that, you cut the depth a little bit, and it's subconscious a lot of the time, so just got to sink that. Bryony Farlow now, who is opening with 112.5 kilos. Very nice there, and unfortunately, again, not quite deep enough. The refs are really looking for some clear depth. Could you shed some light on, I mean, don't want to put you on the spot, but what constitutes as depth here?
So the way that, the understood way is that the hip crease needs to be below the level of the knee.
Yeah.
Obviously, each individual judge will have,
Yeah.
I guess, their own interpretation of that, or it can vary from day to day, I guess. And also, I think a big part that sort of gets overlooked is the way that the lifter hits depth. So they might visually not actually have the hip crease below the level of the knee, but if they sort of tip back in order to hit what appears to be depth, it can sometimes pass. Again, it does depend on the judge a lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we just had Amy Money, who moved the weight with ease, but she got a blue and a yellow. I know one was for soft knees. I'm not too sure what the other one was for, but the strength is clearly there. We have Ella Noble out now with 122.5 kilos on the bar. Ella is a very strong junior lifter.
Yeah, this is a monster opener.
Yeah, and she's still got a long time left in the juniors. She's only 21.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, very quick. Yeah, 2 to 1.
Out
Again,
for blood.
yeah, it is so hard to see from centre. And often, you know, that you should side with the lifter, but it is their job to ref fairly and across the board do that the same. But she gets the lift, so...
As I said, each ref will have their own sort of version or
yeah, it should be
interpretation.
below parallel, and, you know, parallel isn't quite good enough. And it's hard to tell from the front. Right now we've got Anna Thompson with 130 kilos. Anna is a junior, she's only 21 years old, so she's still got a couple years left, and again, representing Nottingham there with her singlet.
Oh, no questions about
Yeah.
depth there.
Doesn't matter what day it is or what ref, that was deep enough. With the same weight on the bar, we now have Jane Jones of Ireland coming to grace us today. Jane has competed before as a junior internationally at 63 kilos. There may not be a big Irish support here, but you'll hear them louder than anyone. So it's a huge opener for Jane, 130 kilos, just her first year into the Opens. And her first competition, I believe, as a 69.
I'm sure Hamza Bam and all the people over at Bubble Training Complex will be cheering her on from home.
Oh, beautiful opener from Jane. I'm sure the Abs family at home got her on the big screen. Well done, Jane. And we are back to the beginning of the flight here. As you can see, there are a couple of lifters, actually 4, who did not manage to get their opener in, but you know, they can come back. They've mostly all gone for the same number, except for Amy, who has gone up. I believe she just missed the command and got soft knees. So they have every chance of getting it on the second, and we'll find out. But first up, we have Daniela Jade Chester going up 10 to 65 kilos and 55, barely even registered. She looked like she wasn't even bothered that she was on the platform either.
Still doesn't.
No.
Just another day in the office, still singing along.
It's a good way to be.
Yeah. Sit nice and relaxed.
Lovely. She's like, oh, you want me to squat it? Okay, I'll squat it, I guess. Fantastic. Well done, DJ. We have Abby Derbyshire now with 90 kilos on the bar, a 7.5 kilo jump, another junior. You might recognize Zach there. He competed yesterday and is helping out today. So thank you. I'm sure your body does not feel great now, but he is far too kind and is helping out the rest of the lifters today. Can't get enough. We now have Abby Derbyshire with 90 kilos.
See what the referees say.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I think Stefan hasn't naturally picked up. Let's see what the referees say. Usually means that from our seat, we've probably seen something, and I think that was just a little bit above parallel, like you were saying. Strength is clearly there, so she obviously has the chance to retake it or take the risk and move up. I personally think I would retake that. We now have Shanice Ibrahim.
You also never know how that additional few inches of sort of getting to depth will affect the strength.
This is 100 kilos on the bar. She didn't quite manage to get it on her first. I think she just jumped the command. Just wait. And there we go. She gave it a nod like, okay, I've waited this time. Please give me a green. Yeah, 3 white lights. Well done. And she's on the board. Another lifter trying to get on the board. We have Jen Palmer with 107.5 kilos. I believe this was for depth.
It was for depth, yeah. So hopefully can just get it a bit deeper. Yeah, lift on the board. Here comes Jen.
Definitely look deeper from here, but the referees, are they happy? Only one of them, unfortunately. So she's going to have to really come back and fight for that on her third, really sink it. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And I think the hip that was low enough was potentially our side because it looked fine from here.
Here comes Hannah. 110 kilos on the bar for her second attempt.
Very quick into the hole, and yep, she gets up. A good second attempt there, very solid. That's a good lift. We have now 112.5 kilos for Bryony Farlow. Again, another lifter who is trying to get on the board. Now, was this for depth or did she get a blue and a yellow?
Great.
My memory eludes me. I believe it was for depth on one side and maybe soft knees on the other. I'm sorry, I can't remember. This is a lot of lifters.
Long flight as well.
And a longer flight, but let's just hope she gets it now and we have nothing to talk about.
I'm sure she will. Yep, much deeper there.
Oh, I can't see anything going wrong with that.
Should be all good.
2-1, a blue from the centre ref there for soft knees. But she's on the board and that is what matters. We now have 120 for Amy Money, who has decided to go up. She didn't get her opener, but she's taking the risk. She says, I know I've got this weight. Let's just get out there and...
Hope it's on the money. There we go, got you back for that one.
Let's go, Amy. Yeah.
Well unfortunately, 3 reds, so soft knees from the side judges and depth in the centre.
I mean, the strength is clearly there. Personally, I wouldn't go up again. Not because she doesn't have the strength, but because she's had different reds from the judges each time, and I think it's just worth getting on the board now.
She's a weight that you know you can hit comfortably and just focus on actually executing to what the referees are looking for.
We have Ella Noble now with 127.5 kilos on the bar, a 5 kilo jump from her easy looking opener.
She did get 1 red on her opening attempt.
I believe from the centre referee.
Yeah, so should be fine.
That looked lovely indeed.
There.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Even pleased that difficult to please centre ref there. Very convincing. We now have 137.5 on the bar for Anna Thompson and Jane Jones. They've taken the same jump. Not directly competing against each other though, as Jane is in the opens and Anna is a junior. Both quite light for the class. So incredible how strong they are really. We have 137.5 kilos on the bar for Anna Thompson up first.
As you said, representing the University of Nottingham here.
Oh, wow.
Great squat.
You wouldn't know there was 137.5 kilos on her back there. 3 white lights. And now the same weight stays on the bar for Jane Jones. Alright, the bar is loaded for Jane Jones, 137.5 kilos on the bar. She has gained so much strength this year, going up a weight class, but generally just working hard. 7.5 kilo jump from her opener. Let's go, Jane.
Great controlled walk out there.
Nice looking squat there. And the referees say 3 white lights. The great thing about watching Jane compete, which at an international level she does as well, is she just smiles the entire time, which is, you know, it makes the viewer comfortable and happy to watch as well. You can see the score sheet here. We move on to the final attempts, and straight after this we'll go into a 10-minute break before bench. Starting off the final attempts, we have DJ Chester with 72.5 kilos on the bar. This is a 7.5 kilo jump, and the bar is loaded. And that is a good lift. The weight on the bar moves up to 90 kilos now for Abby Derbyshire, who didn't quite get it on her second, but let's hope she can get it on her third and build that total.
Chosen some good music here for third squats. Energy's up.
High bar lifter here, 90 kilos. Let's get this, Abby. Oh, lovely and deep there.
Should be all good.
2 to 1, she gets the 90. Doesn't even bother checking, she just knows she's got it. Right, 105 kilos on the bar for Shanice. She didn't get her opener. She came back and went, I've got this. And she got it for her second, and then has gone up 5 kilos for her final attempt at 105 kilos. Maybe this was her planned second, but, you know, let's hope she gets this for her third. Very nice. Yeah. Now, we have Jen Palmer, who unfortunately for the first and second did not manage to get a squat on the board, so she really does need this to be able to stay in the competition, to put up a total. And so everyone here is really rooting for her, including the referees. Let's go, Jen. 107.5 kilos. You've got this.
Just needs to sink it that tiny bit deeper.
The strength is there. Start command.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Surely the referees like to see that. And 3 white lights. A celebration, and I'm sure a huge sigh of relief. Well done, Jen. Hannah Middlebrook now with 115 kilos, a 5 kilo jump from her second attempt.
We are bar ready for Hannah.
Hannah's lifts have all looked very nice. Actually, her second looked, I think, even nicer than her first. So let's hope there's a pattern there. Yeah. Lovely indeed. Oh, I thought she was going to break through that. Unfortunately, not today, but really well done. The other lift looked fantastic. Bryony Farlow now, going up 7.5 kilos, maybe to make up for some lost kilos that, you know, she didn't quite get her opener in. She got it on her second, and so maybe she's saying, okay, I'll meet in the middle between where I wanted my second and third to be. Or maybe I'm talking rubbish and that was her plan, second.
No, I'm sure that's what was going through her head.
But here we have Bryony Farlow with 120 kilos on the bar.
You know your psychology, so that's what she was thinking of. It's a squat command. Nice control. Hits depth really nicely. Shouldn't be any issues.
2-1. Someone disagrees with you, but not
maybe
enough.
I should brush up on my psychology.
There's not enough people for it to be a problem. She gets the lift, 120 kilos, and same with all lifts, they've been really controlled, which is great.
Amy actually opting to go up 2.5 kilos. She doesn't have a lift on the board yet, so she will need to get this lift to stay in the competition.
Strength's not been an issue. She got her first on strength, but did not get it on the board. Same with second when she went up. She's got up 2.5 kilos to 122.5. She needs this to put up a total. Let's go, Amy. Oh, so deep. Now, lock it out and wait.
Locks the knees.
There she is. Congratulations. All those risks paying off.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if she got the first or the second, she got the third, and it was heavier than both of them. So
I guess you could say it would have been a shaming if she. No? Okay. We'll move on then. On to Ella Noble, who is coming out for 132.5 kilos for her third attempt.
Cool, calm and collected. Ella Noble with 132.5 kilos. This is a 5 kilo jump.
Beautiful grinder.
Yeah, really good pull there. And 2-1 is a good lift.
Now we have Jane Jones with 142.5 kilos on the bar for her third final squat attempt.
This is a 5 kilo jump for Jane. And I could be wrong, but maybe a personal best. I think definitely a competition best. So we have Jane Jones, 142.5 kilos on the bar. Let's go, Jane.
Extremely serious until after the lift, and then it's all smiles.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how she just shifted the weight in the rack there. She's got this for sure. Oh! Wow!
Great squat.
Jane, I know you're going to be listening to this back. That was amazing. Congratulations. And she embraces Arthur there. Well done, Jane. That was amazing. Anna Thompson with 145 kilos. Anna is a junior lifter weighing in light for the 69 kilo class, and she is trying to finish on 145 kilo squat. Absolutely incredible. Anna's only 21, so still 2 years left in the juniors. Bar is loaded. This is the final squat of this session.
And here we go. It's nice and controlled on the walkout. Just looking confident.
Wow.
Wow.
That is incredible. 3 white lights. That is an immense amount of strength, and there was no slowing down. I'm sure she has a very bright future and year ahead of her. So that concludes that flight. We're going to have a short 10-minute break now before heading into bench, so don't go anywhere. And we're going to leave you and see you then. So
Cool.
thank you very much.
See you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the White Lights Media Championships in Southampton. I am joined once again with Stefan. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Amelia.
Quite all right. We are back and we are ready for the first flight of lifters for bench. Obviously, there's been some rule changes, and we'll kind of go through them as the day proceeds. But obviously, the big one that people have been worried about has been elbow depth. You're not allowed to set up with your feet on the platform. Oh, on the platform you're allowed, not on the bench. And you also have to make sure that the middle of your glute or a certain percentage of your glute is on the bench, not just upper hamstring.
Yeah, there's still a bit of ambiguity.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this being the first comp of the year where we're going to be able to see these changes in effect, give us a bit more clarity, hopefully.
Absolutely. And first up we have Jody Fox with 40 kilos on the bar. It's usually through the first attempts that we see whether people will struggle with that, and we haven't really seen much of it today, to be honest.
Yeah. I wouldn't speak too soon.
No, we did say earlier that if we were going to see it today, this is the most likely
yeah.
session, but hopefully not. And that is a good lift, well done. And we go straight on to Alex Hooker with 47.5 kilos. These are the 63 kilo lifters. Jody Fox, a light 69, sub-junior, but as a sub-junior, you know, it's a really good idea not to cut full competitions, especially early on ones, so that's a good decision from her. Bar is loaded for Alex Hooker.
Oh, yeah. Press.
Lovely. Like we always say, you know, your opener needs to be something that is easy any day of the week. Also something if you need to do it again that you can easily.
Yeah.
52.5 kilos now on the bar for Megan Heaton-Harris. As we said before, this is the smallest a flight can be, so there are only 6 lifters, so it will move quickly. But then the flight following is slightly longer, maybe even double the amount of lifters. So
around that, yeah.
For now, Megan Heaton-Harris, 52.5 kilos.
As well.
Yeah, there's a good lift. We now have 60 kilos on the bar for Effie Menzies. Getting close to those blue plates on the platform. I think it can feel frustrating when you don't train with collars and you know, used to seeing certain plates, and then it doesn't look the same on the platform.
Yeah. But again, another 5 kilos to see the blues.
Yeah. So just, if you're wondering what's happening here, Effie's asking for a handout and giving just some instruction on how she would like it given to her. This is just, you know, so the lifter has every chance of getting the lift and maybe just what they're used to in training. Some people will opt for a self-handout. You see a lot more of that since COVID, where people have had to give themselves self-handouts.
Yeah, and some people just prefer a bit of a more aggressive handout, take more of the weight off, and others prefer a lighter one. 2 to 1 for Effie, that is a good lift.
Yeah, there was a blue there, I think, for
elbows.
But yeah,
looks of it, just soft elbows.
Soft elbows. We now have 65 kilos in the bar. As you said, this is when the blue plates come on, and this is for the next 2 lifters. The first of those is Tamara Dunkley. If you remember, she squatted 165 kilos, which
pretty
was
large amount of weight.
Yeah, and it wasn't even, you know, like a max out of any means.
Yeah.
So 65
Potential
kilos on the bar. That looked like good depth to me.
Just clips the rack on the way out. I'm sure she'll adjust on the...
Yeah, I think she got 2 blues for downwards. Oh, soft elbows. I thought it would have been downwards movement after clipping the rack, but no, I'm mistaken. It was soft elbows. You've got to make sure that your arms are locked out before and after you finish the bench. Bar is loaded for Josephine Fernandez with the same weight, 65 kilos. I'm sure Tamara will come back and get that. She just needs to straighten her arms out a little bit more. It looked from the side like elbow depth. It's hard to tell yet. 3 white lights. Now we go back to the top of the flight for second attempt, and this is for Jodie Fox, 47.5 kilos. So a 7.5 kilo jump, which at this kind of bench weight is a huge percentage as well. I know I keep saying, but it's worth reminding.
Yep.
And Jodie is a sub-junior.
So I'd assume this is weight that she's hit before comfortably in the gym to be taking such a big jump.
Yeah. Cool. Those new plates are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah. Practical as well. Guess having a few complications. They're getting caught on the rack. Asked to re-rack the weight.
Still has 23 seconds left. She's got plenty of time. She just needs to get that bench command.
Unfortunately, she's been given a no lift. Quite unfortunate there. She tried to begin the bench press descent. It got caught on the clips.
Yeah,
And then was pressed back up.
Yeah, the good news is that she's got a bench on the board, so she's not in danger there. But I'm sure she'll come back and either try that again or something else. For now, we have 52.5 kilos on the bar for Alex Hooker. This is a 5 kilo jump from her opener. You can see the score sheet here, just as we're figuring, the refs are talking amongst themselves to talk about what happened with Jodie. So we can see the attempts that the other lifters have put in for their seconds while we're waiting. We have Alex Hooker with 52.5, all the way up to Josephine Fernandez with 70. As you said, the new plates come on when the extra 5 kilos is there. So what's going to happen is Jodie is going to take her second attempt at the end of round 2. So she's getting another chance at it because there's a bit of confusion there. And that's what they were just discussing on the platform. But for now, we're going to move straight through to Alex Hooker with 52.5 kilos on the bar.
Yeah, shorter flight length here, playing into her advantage here if she's retaking her second attempt at the end of the round. Because if she had to wait for, say, 12, 13, 14 lifters,
Yeah, of course, the one danger there being that if she takes it and then jumps again below the thirds of the next lifters, she's going to have to take them more or less back to back, which is going to be difficult, but I'm sure she's more than capable. So Alex Hooker, 52.5 kilos. Very solid, and 3 white lights.
Starting to see some 93 kilo lifters walking into the building.
Megan Heaton-Harris now with 55 kilos. That's a good lift. We have Effie Menzies now, 62.5 kilos on the bar. Nearing that blue plate on the platform. Bar is loaded.
Here we go.
Just asking for a hand up there.
No elbow depth issues in this flight.
No, you're right. We haven't seen any issues with that quite yet.
Great press there.
2 to 1.
You'd imagine 65 is going to be the next thing to go on the bar.
The centre ref gave a red light. I'm not too sure what that was for, but she gets the lift in.
Tamara opting to go up 2.5 kilos after she got called for, I believe, was soft elbows on
Yeah.
her opening attempt.
You're absolutely right. It was for soft elbows. Thank you for reminding us. It's just a case of, as we said before, really, if you can, just making it really obvious to the referees that, hey, look, I can't lock out anymore.
So it gets the start command.
They look pretty straight to me, and the referees say 2 to 1. She gets 1 blue.
The elbows again.
Or the elbows again, but she gets on the board and the risk pays off. Now 70 kilos for the last second attempt of this flight before moving into final attempts. We have Josefina Fernandez with 70 kilos on the board. On the bar.
Hopefully on the board soon.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully I was just preempting it.
I'll be able to peep the calves. There's 70 kilos on the bar.
It's a good fight. I am a little bit worried about getting blues there. Yeah, and I think 2 blues for downwards movement and 1 which would have been for the head or the bum lifting. So multiple offences there, but hopefully she can come back and fight through on her third. We move to final attempts now.
It's Jodie retaking her
Oh, of course.
second attempt. I'd also feel like that.
I'm very glad that you're here. I would have not realised until she came out.
She should be good for this. I'm sure she'll avoid the rack this time and make easy work of 47.5.
Yeah, and then hopefully she can make a jump that doesn't put her next, but she'll probably have to take her third quite soon afterwards.
Yeah, that would have to be a big jump.
Unfortunately not. She does have a third attempt, so she actually can give that another go. But that would be, by the looks of it, immediately. So we're just waiting now for Jodie's third attempt to be put in. We'll see what that is, and yeah, it's 47.5, which means she's got another attempt instantly. That's how it usually would go. The referees are talking, maybe whether they'll give that to her at the end again, so she has time to rest. But
it looks like they're loading 47.5 for her again.
We'll just wait and find out for you. Okay, so what we've got then is Jodie will be going next, but what will happen is that she will have a 3-minute wait now. So there is going to be a pause on the competition while she just has time to recover before her next attempt, which then will probably help out the next few lifters anyway because it is such a short flight. So we have, I think, 3 minutes on the timer. And so in the meantime, we will thank our sponsors, Aleco, for sponsoring this competition and so kindly giving us racks and plates, and our other sponsors, A7, for providing the goodie bags for the lifters as well as the spotters and loaders with their outfits. I almost said costumes then. I'm dressing up as a spotter and a loader today.
To be fair, great outfits.
Yeah, easy Halloween costume right there.
Exactly.
So
lined up for next year.
Yeah, easier. You've got all the clothes in your closet there. So while we're waiting as well, you know, we've not seen any issues really with the new bench rules in this flight, and hopefully we don't with the next flight, but just worth going over again, I think. So no feet up on bench to set up. You know, you need to make sure that your bum is on the bench, or at least a certain percent of it, not up hamstring. They're not happy with that anymore. And then you need to make sure that your elbow and top of your shoulder are parallel with each other. It's not 90 degrees to the floor, which I think a lot of people were going to go off. But
I think the way it was phrased was elbow to the middle of the shoulder, or at the shoulder joint, which is slightly vague, but
yeah. And we're back. Jodie Fox retaking 47.5 for the third time, so this is going to have taken a toll on her, but hopefully she can come back and get it.
Sure, everyone will get behind Jodie here. She goes 47.5 kilos for her final attempt. And she presses it.
Oh, it's a great
bit of
flight.
turbulence.
Unfortunately, there's downwards movement, and I believe she skipped the command. But a moral victory nonetheless, I think. A great, huge round of applause for her here. We move now on to regular programming with a straight going from lifter to lifter with Alex Hooker, 55 kilos.
Getting the yellow plates on the bar.
Yeah, absolutely. A big moment, I'm sure. I'm sure she's used to seeing the yellow plates in training, but like we said, you know, you have to get those extra 5 kilos to see it in competition, so I'm sure this is a milestone for her.
I'm very guilty of that. Just putting the... looks cooler.
It's fine, at least you're not putting just 10 kilo bumpers on.
Not anymore.
55 kilos for Alex Hooker's final attempt.
Start man.
Just a little bit too much today, unfortunately. I think she hit her chest quite heavily, and that probably threw her off a little bit, but it'll definitely be the next time, I'm sure. Maybe even for a post-comp max out.
Classic. Absolute classic.
We're getting the bar prepared now for Megan Heaton-Harris, who's going for 57.5 kilos. A 2.5 kilo jump from her second attempt. Oh, very, very nice effort, Megan. Nice. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Great attempt selection there.
65 kilos now on the bar for Effie Menzies. Lovely blue plates, you see, yeah. I think anytime you get a new colour plate on the platform, it's nice to see, isn't it?
Here comes Effie. Final bench press attempts here.
Then we'll be moving straight into the next flight of lifters, so don't go anywhere. Just taking her time here to get perfectly set up.
She starts strong. Unfortunately, just a bit too much there for Effie.
Yeah, it starts falling towards her face. It's really hard to recover after that. 2 more lifters now for this flight of lifters. We have 70 kilos for the both of them. The first of those being Tamara Dunkling.
Just locks those arms to make sure that she can get the start command. Drives it.
Oh, really, really nice looking third attempt there from Tamara, and 3 white lights. No wrist straps either. So now we have Rosabine Fernandez, the last lifter of this flight, retaking 70 kilos.
Starts pressing.
She pushes through, she gets up, and the referees say 3 white lights. Fantastic job. The angle of the camera, I couldn't tell whether she kept her bum down or not, but she clearly did. So fantastic.
Great
We move
press from her.
straight through.
To the next flight.
Yeah, we move straight through to the next flight of lifters, thank you. And this will be the 69 kilo class women. We'll have junior and open women M1 in here. We are starting straight away with DJ Chester with 45 kilos, and the same will stay on the bar for Shanice Ibrahim. Like I said, this is a much longer flight of lifters. This is 10 lifters, which is 4 more than the last flight, so it will not move quite as quickly, but still not too long. DJ Chester, 45 kilos. I think she realised that she went to put her feet up and was a little worried there that she'd get penalised for it, but I don't think her feet touched the bench necessarily. So caught herself out there before it became a problem. And the weight was no issue either, really.
Very easy there.
And 3 white lights, she was very close. She kind of caught herself just in time. And it's worth reminding you that people have been setting up in a particular way for a long time, and if to suddenly be told you can't do it a certain way is going to take a while to get used to. So well done to Daniela for catching that. Shanice Ibrahim now, 45 kilos.
Comfortable on the self-on rack there. Wow.
Now the strength was really good. So she got 1 yellow. It was a 2-to-1 there because I believe she got the start command, took a brace, and in that her hips lifted, which might be a habit. And you're not allowed to, lift your hips or your bum off of the pad after getting the start command, which is why she would have got that yellow. But she got 2-to-1 and has that bench on the board. She just needs to be careful of that. 47.5 kilos on the bar now for Bryony.
Definitely no danger of bench depth being called here.
Yeah, that was lovely from Bryony, and it's a good lift. Same weight stays on the bar for Abby Derbyshire, and at the same rack height, so that's what the spotters and loaders love to hear. Same weight, same rack height for Abby Derbyshire. Lovely and easy there.
Kilos up from that previous attempt. We have Hannah Middlebrook coming up for 57.5 kilos.
This weight will remain on the bar for the following 2 lifters, but as you said, the first of those is Hannah Middlebrook. Opting for a handout. That's a good lift. Some nice looking openers here. We have the same weight on the bar for Anna Thompson.
And obviously had a great squat session.
Yeah, man, so strong.
Still in the juniors.
Yeah, lovely and easy there for Anna. Now we have the same weight on the bar still for Jen Palmer. Jen saved herself on her final squat. She just went a little deeper each time, and luckily she was strong enough to do the same weight over and over again. If any of you have been given multiple singles in a training session before, you know it's tiring, even if it's an easy weight. So 57.5 kilos on the bar for Jen.
Hopefully that's something she's been doing in her training, comp specific.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a bad idea either.
3x1 at opener. Next easy work for a bench opener.
Yeah, lovely there for Jen. We now move on to Amy Money with 67.5. Amy missed her first squat, not on strength, so she moved up. She then missed that, again, not on strength, so she moved up in the danger zone, and then she got her final squat, just toying with everyone's emotions. So the bar is loaded for Amy, 67.5 kilos. Just asking for a handout here. And it moves very well. Yeah, I think that's the first contraction we've seen for the elbow depth today. but you know, it's still 2 white lights, so it doesn't affect her too negatively. Same weight stays on the bar for Ella Noble, 67.5 kilos. Very near to a body weight bench here. Nice and easy, yeah. She gets a blue in the middle for soft elbows there. So we've got 75 kilos on the bar being loaded for Jane Jones. So 75 kilos for Jane Jones. This is
opener.
Yeah, this is actually her current comp PB. So opening on her current comp PB is very, very impressive. Yeah. I think it's clear to see here.
Testament to how well the training's been going.
Exactly, and I assume that will be broken today. Should it all go well, which I'm sure it will. Lovely parallel elbows there. 3 white lights. Good lift and matched comp PB on her opener. Moving like that as well. We can see the scoreboard here. Everybody has got an opener in, which is fantastic to see.
That's a curse, Amelia. You're not allowed to say that.
I'm allowed to state that, you know, everyone's got one in. That's all right. I won't comment on anything else there, but we've got 50 kilos on the bar for Shanice, and then for the following 2 lifters also. 50 kilos on the bar for Shanice Ibrahim.
Comfortable press there. It's 3 white lights.
Very nice there.
So you will probably see 2.5 kilos go on to the 3rd attempt there.
There's nothing to shake a stick at. You know, there's a big percentage of the lifters' body weight and bench. We have Abby Derbyshire here, also taking 50 kilos. There's a 2.5 kilo jump from her opener. Lovely looking second there.
There's some great second attempts so far.
Yeah, same weight on the bar, stays. Oh no, sorry. DJ has gone up to 55 kilos, which is being loaded on the bar now for her. She almost got herself caught out there by really, really nearly putting her feet up on the bench to set up, and she kind of said to herself, nope, I can't do that anymore.
10 kilo jump here.
Yeah, it's a big jump. For kind of any weight class.
Nice affirmative ready. Wow.
Very, very nice there. And a good lift. She didn't even need her feet on the bench to go up 10 kilos. 62.5 kilos on the bar now for Hannah Middlebrook. To make it a little bit easier for spotters and loaders, a lot of these girls making similar jumps. So the next 3 lifters have gone from 57.5 to 62.5. Seems like a good, sensible jump. unfortunately just a bit too heavy. I think what happened there was maybe she was so quick on the descent of that maybe she lost some control. Honestly, time really does get warped when you feel under pressure. Like it feels like you've got no time at all, and time is stretched out at the same time. So hopefully she can come back and just control that a little bit better on her third. We now have Anna Thompson with the same weight on the bar, 62.5 kilos.
Based off the opener, this should be within reach. Yeah, nice and comfortable.
It's a nice looking second attempt there, 3 white lights. Same weight stays on the bar for Jen Palmer, 62.5 kilos. Nice looking second there. 72.5 kilos now on the bar for Amy Money.
I'll put money on her getting this.
I'm not even going to reply. The same weight will stay on the bar for Ella Noble to follow, but right now Amy Money, 72.5 kilos on the bar.
Very, very confident press. Again, in the middle.
I think that was for elbow depth, actually. It's very borderline. I think she's being on the stricter side, but it's the first competition in GB to kind of employ it. So I think, you know, the refs are trying their best to understand a rule that's hard to understand. We now have Ella Noble taking 72.5 kilos.
Stuck with it really, really nicely there.
She just gets a blue there, I think, for soft elbows. But she gets 2 white lights from either side ref. So it's a good lift.
Yeah, Jane here going up 5 kilos to 80 kilos.
Yeah, so Jane not only opening with her current comp PB, but obviously then everything she does after is going to be a new PB. So we've got 80 kilos on the bar for Jane Jones. And I know she just loves to bench.
Can't relate.
Yeah, lovely there from Jane.
Press.
Still way more in the tank. She gets 2-1, a good lift. Center ref was again for elbow depth, as it was for Ella, or Amy even. But 2 whites is enough to get through.
I
And
think we'll probably see a lot of that.
yeah, she gets 80 kilos, which is smashing her current comp best by 5, and it looks like she has way more in the tank. Move on to final attempts bench now, and then there'll be a 10-minute break before deadlifts. First up, we've got Shanice Ibrahim with 52.5 kilos.
Maybe just a bit too much there. Still walked away with a 50 kilo bench press.
Yeah, when 2.5 kilo more is all you can move, you know, it's where you're going to go and you're going to give it a go most of the time anyway. 52.5 kilos on the bar still for Bryony Farlow, 2.5 kilos from her second. Great fight and a perfectly chosen final attempt. 3 white lights.
Great stuff there.
Same weight stays in the bar for Abby Derbyshire. Another 2.5 kilo jump.
Comfy.
Very nice. That is a good lift. We now move on to DJ Chester with 60 kilos. A 5 kilo jump from her second attempt.
Here we go, that's a 5 kilo jump to 60.
Just a little bit too much today, but she did do a 10 kilo jump from her first to her second, so you know that could have been quite taxing, but she did it and she did it well. We got Hannah Middlebrook now retaking 62.5 kilos. I think she just sped into her chest last time and lost control of it a little bit, so hopefully she can just control the bar a little bit more to her chest and get it back up.
It's just a bit too much there.
Yeah, unfortunately it's a little bit too heavy today. She ends with 57.5, which is still fantastic bench.
I thought you were going to say it then.
I did think about it, yeah.
Save it for deadlifts.
I will. I'll say it again before the session is up. Anna Thompson, 65 kilos.
Here comes Anna, who's had a fantastic day so far. Looking to tick the blue plates off the to-do list. Opting for self-hand out. Wow. Great bench press.
Yeah, she's had a fantastic day so far. It's 2-1. I think the centre ref was on depth. I can't say I personally agree with that on that particular bench, but you know they're kind of stabbing in the dark at this point. I'm sure it'll get a lot clearer as the year goes on.
Very diplomatic.
67.5 kilos now on the bar for Jen Palmer. This is a 5 kilo jump from her second. Jen had a little bit of a rocky start with the squats, but then she has absolutely brought it back with her bench opener and second attempt. Good fight, but I think maybe 5 kilos was a little bit too much of a jump for that. But really, really good effort, Jen. 75 kilos on the bar now for Amy Money. I think that red plate on for the first time is a big milestone, even more so probably than the blue.
Here comes Amy.
Oh, it's a great fight.
She's still, unfortunately,
Yeah.
a bit too heavy.
But it was a great effort to keep fighting through that. 75 kilos remains on the bar for Ella Noble. It's a 2.5 kilo jump from her second, which looked smooth and it looked clean. It looked heavier than the opener, which, you know, it usually does. But, you know, it indicates that 75 definitely could be there. She said, "Can you move the bar?" Actually, no. I trust myself more to do it.
Okay, there's some monster bench press here. Above body weight.
No wrist straps. Very, very strong.
Still walks away with a 72.5 kilo bench press.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic bench to walk away with. We now go to Jane Jones, 82.5 kilos, which will be a 7.5 kilo comp PB. And I think maybe a matched personal best outside of competition.
Always trickier doing it on the platform.
Absolutely.
Bench, I'd say so more than the other two lifts.
But Jane's first two have looked so tidy. So let's see how she gets on with 82.5 kilos.
Jump here. Build the total. Amelia standing up here, edge of her seat. Just a bit too much for Jane today.
But she still goes away with 80 kilos, which is a 5 kilo comp PB, which is absolutely huge. And I think with the pressure of the new bench rules, that definitely is going to have an impact on
100%.
numbers and mentality around that. But we have a 10-minute break now before we head into deadlifts, so don't go anywhere and we will catch you soon.
Catch you soon.
Hello and welcome back to the White Lights Media Championships in Southampton. We are about to begin the flight of deadlifts for the 63 kilo women. I am joined here again by Stefan.
What a surprise. We're back again.
Back again. And we are opening up on deadlifts with Jodie Fox, 100 kilos on the bar.
This flight will be followed by the 69 kilo class.
The bar is loaded. If you thought their squats and bench went quickly, you just wait to see how fast a six-person flight of deadlifts goes. Lovely.
Speedy.
Just a problem with the board there. There we go, 3 white lights. Coming up now, we have Megan Heaton-Harris with 102.5 kilos in the bar. And that's a lovely looking opener there from Megan.
Smile at the top. Yeah, these are going to absolutely fly by.
Yeah, we are already on the halfway point of the first attempts of deadlifts. We have Alex Hooker with 115 kilos, and that will remain on the bar for Rosavine Fernandez. And the last person to open deadlifts will be Tamara Dunkley, who squatted 165 kilos. Mad. So if you're wondering what that white stuff is down her legs,
I was literally just thinking about that.
That is talc powder, and that just helps the bar glide up your legs and gives it the best chance possible so it doesn't hopefully get stuck on your legs, which at this point of the day are usually pretty sweaty.
Yeah.
So we now have the same weight on the bar for Rosavine Fernandez. They're just making sure the plates are secure.
She's hidden the calves under the deadlift socks.
She has. I'm embarrassed her.
Solid opener there.
Fantastic. Yep, 3 white lights. 122.5 kilos being loaded onto the bar now for Effie Menzies.
Loaded.
Bar is loaded at 122.5 kilos for Effie Menzies.
And Effie is one of those grindy deadlifters, so keep an eye out for her.
Going for best grind, perhaps.
Get a plastic. Get a plastic.
And that is a good lift. I mean, that didn't look difficult at all or grindy, but I'm sure she will keep pushing herself, as you said. She can grind them out. We now have Tamara Dunkley opening on 157.5 kilos. This is well over double body weight.
Bar is loaded 157.5 kilos to Tamara Dunkley.
Lovely looking opener there.
Strong opener.
A good lift. We are already onto second attempts here. We have Jodie Fox with 110 kilos coming up. This is probably a lot quicker than the lifters are used to deadlifting in between attempts.
100%.
But we must adapt and overcome. As the sponsors A7 probably say.
So smooth with it, aren't you?
Got to get those plugs in. So, just brushing down the bar here. I think also giving the lifters maybe a little bit more time.
Yeah. Tactical there from the spotters and loaders.
I'm sure it's appreciated. Bar is loaded for Jodie Fox, 110 kilos. It's a 10 kilo jump.
Wow.
Lovely and
Very,
easy
very
there. Same weight stays on the bar for Megan Heaton-Harris. So a 7.5 kilo jump from her opener. I've seen a couple of lifters start with their arms behind their backs.
Really working for her.
Yeah, big smile at the top and a good lift.
122.5 on the bar for Josephine. Bar is loaded. Gets to lock out. The referees say 3 white lights. Alex Hooker out next with 125 kilos on the bar, 10 kilos up from her opener.
Again, more than halfway through our second attempts. It's moving very quickly. So we have 125 kilos on the bar for Alex Hooker. Bar is loaded for Alex Hooker. That is a good lift for Alex Hooker. 130 now on the bar for Effie Menzies, followed by Tamara Dunkley, and then straight through to final attempts.
Here comes Effie. 130 kilos on the bar. Second attempt.
Nice solid pull there.
Solid second attempt.
You said Effie is good at grinding out deadlifts. Yeah. So maybe we'll see a nice contender for best grind on her third.
I believe her current best pull in training is 135. So she
Maybe
might
we'll see
look to
yeah.
ship it and maybe get an Alico bar in the process.
Be a good day for a PB and a bar. We have Tamara Dunkley now with 165 kilos on the bar. This is a 7.5 kilo jump from her 157, which looked fantastic. Wow. Fantastic.
Really patient off the floor.
Yeah. She's really pleased. I don't know how much she can grind. If I was saying that was like a general lifter who can't grind or isn't, can't put too much of a grind in, I would say she doesn't have too much more left in the tank. But honestly, you never really know with new lifters.
It's about what she can get off the floor, basically, because it seems to just speed up after that.
Yeah, which is strange for a conventional because it's normally the other way around. But she's very patient on the floor and she sticks with it. We're now through to final attempts, and in between each of these they have to brush down the bar to make sure it is clean, but because it's a new bar, not too clean. As I said, it's pretty oily, so you might see them clean the bar and scrub it and then put more chalk on it, and it's for the reason that I just explained. But it also does give that little bit of extra time that is going to be well needed for the lifters in between attempts there.
Arms behind the back. Worked so far. She drives. Great pull. And that should be. It is 3 white lights, 115 kilos. Now have Jodie Fox coming onto the platform for 120 kilos for her third attempt.
This is a 10 kilo jump from her second. And then following her, there'll be 4 more lifters before we go straight through to the 69 kilo class afterwards.
Bar is loaded for Jodie. Wow.
Yeah, really lovely looking third attempt there. 3 white lights, and I think she's pretty pleased with that, safe to say. So she should be 125 kilos now on the bar for Josephine Fernandez. This is a 2.5 kilo jump from her second attempt. So the minimum amount you can jump, unless of course trying to take a record. But at this regional, you cannot do that. It can only be done at a national level competition or higher. Josephine Fernandez, 125 kilos on the bar. That's moving. Can she look it out? She did get it up. The referees say, yeah, I was a bit worried there. She was hitching, just supporting the bar with her legs there. So she got 3 blues. So unfortunately, the first no lift and for that to happen halfway through third attempts, is pretty rare. So these girls are doing really, really well. You can say it once it happens. It's all right.
Okay, it's once it happens. Okay.
Yeah, we try not to say how green the board is looking a lot of the time, lest we curse it. But here we have waiting in the wings, Alex Hooker for 130 kilos. A 5 kilo jump from her second.
Still plenty of time on the clock. And she starts pulling. Wow. Again, very patient off the floor.
Yeah,
Again,
really
loose
lovely
position.
there.
Really nicely executed.
Effie Menzies now going for 137.5. I think that is above what you said her current max
Yeah,
is.
so that would be a 2.5 kilo PB.
Is that a comp PB or just an all-time?
All-time PB. I believe she hit 135 this past weekend.
Wow. So you'd hope it would be there if she
Hopefully,
managed 135 recently. And you said she is a good grinder, so maybe we'll see a good grind from her here to succession. Effie Menzies, 137.5 kilos on the bar for a PB.
That's it. Come on, Effie. She starts pulling. It's off the floor. And she gets it towards lockout.
Wow. That is such a good deadlift. Congratulations, Effie. That really was a good grind. Stuck with it all the way through, and it was worth it. One
Smiles there.
last lifter of this flight. We have Tamara Dunkley, who actually has gone up 7.5 kilos. So maybe she does have that good grind in her to 172.5 kilos. And then we'll be going straight into the 69 kilo girls.
She's already secured a 400 kilo total, which is absolutely huge.
Yeah, so she's just going to try and push that up a little bit more. Perhaps looking to get over 90 GL points as well. We'll see what this does to that. But they're just cleaning the bar up for this. This would be an incredible day for Tamara. I mean, it would be anyway, but should she get this, it will be the cherry on top of the cake. 172.5 kilos on the bar.
Absolutely monster deadlift here.
Breaks the ground.
Wow.
It's still moving. Oh my god. What an incredible effort. Oh. To even get it up that far is a huge accomplishment, and she should be really pleased with the day that she's had.
100%.
She has had an incredible day, ending on 165 for both a squat and deadlift, which is incredible, and a 70 kilo bench, as you can see here. But the excitement isn't over yet. We go straight into the next flight of deadlifts, starting with DJ Chester, 95 kilos.
I think that would have been undisputed for best grind if she got that to lock out.
Yeah, wow, I mean, great effort. But, unfortunately with conventional, it's the lockout that ends up being the hard bit. Mostly. Getting the Hoover on the platform now. So here you can see the openers for the 69 kilo girls here. Some big openers. You can see Ella Noble is opening at 162.5 kilos, which is absolutely massive. But big deadlifts all round, and everybody should be really pleased with the day they're putting out.
And those are 70 to start with. Some of them wouldn't have been Masters 5 if there was such a thing.
That voice you can hear in the background you probably recognise as Joe Whiteley, and you would be correct. We're very lucky to have Joe here with us this weekend.
The bar
Bar is loaded for DJ,
DJ Chester.
95 kilos.
It's a nice little nod at the top.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
Unfazed.
She's still playing the song in her head.
Yeah, still singing on the way out.
110 kilos on the bar now for Abby Derbyshire.
Bar is loaded, 110 kilos, Abby Derbyshire.
And that is a good lift. She lost a little balance on the way up there, which you do see sometimes, but it still moved extremely well regardless. So it shows that she has the strength there for it. The weight on the bar is now being moved up to 120 kilos for Jen Palmer.
Kilos for the opener here for Jen Palmer.
Oh, very
She's the
smooth.
luck of it.
Yeah, 3 white lights. We now move on to 122.5 kilos on the bar for Amy Money. The same weight
Not make a joke.
the same weight will stay on the bar for Bryony Farlow. Oh, so nice. Really lovely opener from Amy there. Same weight on the bar for Bryony Yeah, it moved really quickly though. It's just, you know, with conventional, like we said, it does get a little bit tougher at lockout. And opposite, you know, of sumo, it's a little harder off the ground. We now have 145 kilos being loaded onto the bar for Jane Jones. Wow, made light work of that. Excited to see where she pushes that to on her second and third. 3 white lights.
Back to start the flight for second attempts. We have DJ Chester coming out for 110 kilos. Singing away in the sidelines.
Singing doesn't stop when she comes on the platform either. It's a great attitude to have. 110 kilos, so that is a 15 kilo jump from her opener. We saw a pretty big jump with her bench as well. She went up 10 kilos from first to second. Her brother competing this morning and her sister competing yesterday. You can't hear her in the live stream, but she is singing along. She carries on when she gets to the top of the deadlift, puts it down, doesn't stop the song, and moves on. Fantastic lift, 3 white lights. Put 117.5 kilos on the bar for Abby Derbyshire. Zach causing more havoc there.
Oh, Zach.
Abby Derbyshire here with 117.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump. Making it look easy as well.
10 kilo jump here from Jen Palmer from 120 to 130 for her second attempt. Great pull.
Yeah, really lovely there. That was a 10 kilo jump from her opener. 130 stays on the bar for Amy Money. Nice aggressive remixes in the background there.
I wonder who's on the orcs.
Yeah,
Nice and easy.
really lovely from Amy there. Just as nice as her opener, really. 3 white lights. 130 stays on the bar now for Bryony Farlow. We are halfway through second attempt almost.
That's 3 white lights.
142.5 kilos being put on the bar now for Hannah Middlebrook.
Just a bit too much there. She can make some adjustments coming back into the third.
Yeah, she still has a chance to have that again in the third round of deadlifts, but for now we go up to 145 kilos for Shanice Ibrahim, followed by Jane Jones. It won't be long until we're in our final attempt for deadlift, and then there will be another session later today at 5 p.m. That will be for the heavyweight men. 145 kilos on the bar for Shanice.
Look at the hair.
It's fantastic.
Just to lock it out.
Yeah.
Say, 2-2-1.
She did get one blue there. It might have been for a little wobble. It could have been for a soft lookout. I'm not too sure. Actually, I think that was on the ref side that we can't see. 155 kilos on the bar now for Jane Jones. A 10 kilo jump, and her opener was so smooth. And it did not slow down much. Referees say 3 white lights. What a fantastic day she is having. Now for the heaviest deadlifter of this session, 172.5 kilos. When I say that, I don't mean in body weight, I mean in what she is lifting herself. This is Ella Noble, getting 172.5 kilos loaded onto the bar for her second attempt. So this is a 10 kilo jump from her opener.
Wow, great deadlift.
Yeah, that is really fantastic.
What can we see, 180?
I think we might, you know, it was a 10 kilo jump from the first to second, and that didn't really slow down. So you can see here where we're standing as we head into the final attempts. And like we've said before, the bar will be brushed down in between each attempt, just to give every lifter the best opportunity.
7.5 kilo jump here for DJ Chester. 117.5 kilos on the bar.
Bar is just being brushed down for us here before we first lift her back out.
Ooh, 175 kilos and 180 kilos, but there's some of the third attempts here.
Absolutely massive deadlifts in this session. 117.5 kilos for DJ.
Great grind.
And that is 3 white lights, and the first time I've seen her really look like she's bothered by any weight. Yeah, fantastic. Abby Derbyshire now with 125 kilos on the bar. She's moved up to the 2 red plates.
Right now, this is all about the battle of the 69 kilo class. I can tell you now that the top level one is Jen Parler. All the other levels, to some extent, didn't even show. Bars loaded.
Bar is loaded for Abby Derbyshire, 125 kilos.
Looks out. Toes there. Actually, no lift for downwards movement.
Yeah, blues are usually supported, i.e. hitching or downward movement. So unfortunately she got 3 blues there, so it's a no lift. We now move on to Bryony Farlow, and they're just loading 135 kilos onto the bar. Bar is loaded for Bryony Farlow, 135 kilos. She gets up and locks it out, and the referees say 2-1 no lift, and that is 2 blues, which, as I described before, is either for supporting or downwards movement. Amy Money now with 137.5 kilos being loaded onto the bar. There's a 7.5 kilo jump from her second attempt, which looked not much slower than her opener, to be fair.
Here comes Amy. Final deadlift attempt for her here.
Wow.
Really good deadlift there.
Yeah, barely slowed down the entire time. That is a good lift. So we have Jen Palmer up now with another 10 kilo jump to 140 kilos. She's already secured a 300 kilo total, but this would be for 310 kilos.
Bars loaded.
Bars loaded for 40 kilos, Jen Palmer.
Oh, it's a great third attempt from Jen there. And a good lift. 142.5 on the bar now for Hannah Middlebrook. She just didn't get this on her second, but she's coming back out now to try and attempt it again for her third.
Do you reckon we'll see a deadlift battle here between Anna Thompson and Ella Noble?
Bars loaded.
Totals are remarkably close. Anna Thompson was to pull her third deadlift. That would put her ahead of Ella Noble on bodyweight, assuming they both pulled their current entered third attempts. Could the best novice lifter come into that? Potentially.
Oh wow, in the meantime Hannah Middlebrook has absolutely smoked her final lift, and
Surprised because she failed 142.5 on what appeared to be strength in the second attempt.
so she gets on her third and she has a sigh of relief and a look on her face like, why didn't I just do that last time? It's not always so simple. 150 kilos being loaded onto the bar now for Shanice Ibrahim.
And this class is really all about the battle for superiority in the juniors. Only 2.5 kilos will separate them.
As you can see, we have 4 deadlifts left of this entire session, where we would then go into a break before having the heavy men today at 5.
Bar is loaded for 50 kilos, Shanice Ibrahim.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there was some supportment, and I think the yellow may have been for just letting go of the bar before she gets to the ground. I'm not too sure. But yeah, she has had a great day, and the strength is clearly there. There was just a couple of technical issues there. 3 more lifters before the end of this session. And the first of those is Jane Jones, who has had an absolutely fantastic day thus far. And this will be a 5 kilo jump from her second attempt. And a huge pull. I think she's made, I don't know what her old comp PB was, but she's made an incredible amount of progress since then, and that's definitely lower than this. So Jane Jones, 160 kilos on the bar for her final attempt. 5 kilo jump. Let's go, Jane. Oh, wow, and a huge smile to finish it off. 3 white lights and a fantastic day. Congratulations, Jane. She looks pretty happy with the day that she's had.
As she should be.
175 kilos on the bar now for Anna Thompson, and as you rightly pointed out, should she get this and should Ella get hers, they will both end on the same total, but Anna is lighter in body weight.
The best junior 69 kilo lifter left on these 2 lifts.
So, of course, you know, that's the best case scenario for both lifters in terms of getting their 3rd attempt, but Anna could get in, Ella may not, and vice versa. So that is if they're both to get it. But all rests on this. Anna Thompson, 175 kilos on the bar, 3 red plates. She's had a great day so far. She's not slowing down for anybody.
Work of 175.
So actually, now whether Ella gets it or not, she has come first in the 69 juniors, but getting a 180 kilo deadlift is absolutely insane regardless. And she will end on a 385 kilo total. It doesn't look like she's going up. I can't see anybody at the table. But 180 is a huge achievement in itself.
More interested in 180.
Yeah, and I don't blame her. 180 kilos on the bar for Ella Noble. Let's go, Ella. Wow, what a deadlift. The referees say 3 white lights.
Great deadlift session.
And I'd be pretty pleased with that if I was her. So that concludes the 63 and 69 kilo women this afternoon. Thank you for sticking with us, and I hope you join us again at 5 p.m. for the men. Stefan, thank you so much for being my co-host again this afternoon.
And we'll see you guys in the afternoon.
Thank you very much. See you in a bit.
To receive your